And this is after I done made my money. And then the guy came back to me. He said, yo, guess what? I got a surprise for you. I'm like, what? We got your check. I'm like, what? You know, they got my check and they said, look, we threw an extra 10,000 on it just because we took 3 months. I'm like, thank you, but I'm done with y'all.
And how does it go? I mean, what happened revenue-wise? Because I know you got a pretty amazing stat with that.
Yeah, brother. The first time we did it, man, I think I'm talking about the first day launch, we made like 120 bucks. I'm like, that's good. No promotion, no nothing. You know, then we moved up to like the 500 a week. And this is when I bit the forbidden fruit for the last time. Because one of those companies came back around again. You know, because obviously I'm an affiliate guy at that time.
Yeah.
And they said, yo, we have the best offer for you. And this is after I done made my money. And then the guy came back to me. He said, yo, guess what? I got a surprise for you. I'm like, what? We got your check. I'm like, what? You know, they got my check and they said, look, we threw an extra 10,000 on it just because we took 3 months. I'm like, thank you, but I'm done with y'all. You know, y'all are not gonna do me like this. So it's a $20,000 check sitting there, you know? And I'm like, yo, I can put this into my business. But then one of the companies came back around. They said, yo, it's a beautiful opportunity. Come on, just put some money in there. You're gonna see it. Yeah. So I'm like, cool. I put like $200 in there the first day.
For advertisement.
Made 1,000.
Wow.
So the next day, boom, now I said like 13,000. Like, what? How is it? They say, it's hot, brother. I'm trying to tell you. Put everything towards it. Yeah. We putting everything towards it. At this time I had money in the shoebox. I was collecting ones. Every time I broke a 20, any ones I put in the box. You know, and this over the course of all that time of making all this little money to the point where it's 6,000 ones in there. So I run through the 20,000, the whole 20,000, because I'm not afraid to risk anything if I see reward. Because you know, you got the dashboard and everything, you can see a revenue. Right. You're like, ooh, Friday is gonna be a good day for you. They're beefing me up. Yeah. I'm like, baby, come on. We went to the bank, got all the money out, put it all back into marketing, my shoebox, emptied it. Man, we were supposed to see like the biggest payday in our life, which was be like 50 to 100,000, you know, in a week. And it was like, man, it's right here. We just gotta wait till Friday. You know, all the money is gone. Everything, every dollar is gone. You know, everything that I wanted to invest in my company, I didn't, you know. And we were sitting there waiting. I called, I'm like, yo, it's not here. Cause they normally pay me Friday when I wake up, it's in their account. Yeah. I'm like, nothing is in the account. They were like, oh, we're having trouble. Like, what trouble? What trouble? Ah, man, the traffic came back bad, man. I'm like, what you mean it came back bad? Well, they just saying a whole bunch of things. Now they don't want to pay. Like, what do you mean they don't want to pay? Like, they have to pay.
Right.
They have to, you know, like, this is our money, man. We just moved in this nice house thinking that we finna, you know, like, at that point, because we scaled down, we said, okay, we can't get this house. If we can get something for like $1,500 a month or $2,000 a month, we'll be straight. That's what we did. We moved into a house rented instead of buying it. And I'm like, rent was coming up. I said, at that point, I'm like, yo, let's at least give me my money back. Give me my money back. Give me my investment back, my original investment. And we're square. I don't care about nothing else. All that money that we gained, throw it away. You know, tell them to keep it, but can I get my money back? They said no. They said they may want to sue you, man. So I squared it away for you, so you don't have to deal with that. It made it seem like it was like one of the inside type of jobs where they ran off with my money because they was moving independent, bringing me offers when I shouldn't have trusted in the beginning. Yeah. But when you, like I said, the loyalty, man, it got to me because I'm like, okay, cool. I see y'all rebels. Y'all quit the system, you know, y'all rebels like me. That's pretty much they was pitching me because they know my background.
They know your soft spot.
Yeah, man. So I'm like, oh, I love it. Rebels, let's go. Let's make it happen. And yeah, that didn't happen, man. I'm in the closet crying. I'm swinging at all our clothes.
They ran out with all the money.
My wife, she
ran out with all the money.
Man.
All of it.
My wife, she's in the room at that time. And she's always been the healer, you know? So she comes in there, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm laughing. And it's time like, it's over. It's over for us. I'm like, what are you talking about? Babe, we lost it. We lost it all. Listen, take your time, take your breath.
Yeah.
We got this. And that's the point I'm getting loud. I'm like, no, we don't. It's over. Everything is gone. No money in our house.
And I get frustrated. Like, you always do this. It's always over. I'm finna just go lay down.
Yeah, because anytime I have a problem, I ball in the corner and say it's over.
Yeah.
But this time I'm like, it's for real, you know? And she walks off crying, man. And I knew that was because of my tone and how I carried things. So I'm like, I need to stop acting like a little bitch. I need to pray. And I need to go. Because at that time, I still had to go to, it's crazy because I met prior engagements with my god brother to go check out this factory. So we're thinking that this finna take off, the skincare company. We're looking at factories for people to do fulfillment.
Right.
Just to find out I don't have no money. So I'm down there like this.
Yeah.
They showing me a lot of things. I'm like, this is nice. This is nice.
Yeah.
Like, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And I told my brother, I'm like, man, I'm broke, brother. It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
You know, it was horrible, bro. You know, and I ended up going to my Tuesday meeting, just gathering with a lot of men of God, and we sit there, either talk about business or, you know, break open the Bible and talk about scripture. And I told my pastor, I'm like, Pastor, it's over. I don't have no more money. You know, I probably have to get a job. And I told myself, I promised myself I would never put myself back in that position. Because I had the unluckiest careers of getting talked down about, you know? And it's like, yo, I promised myself I wouldn't do that to my family. I wanted to be the man in my household. And I'm not,
Yeah.
you know?
My role in our relationship is when he gets like this, I step in and I'm like, okay, well, you got this. You need to get up, stop crying, and you need to keep going because you promised me a life. I promised a life with you when I said I'm gonna stay, and we need to keep the ball rolling. We have to get up and we have to get going. We can't cry our way to anywhere.
Yeah.
And if you do cry, keep going.
Yeah.
And
Cry
cry at
while
the
you're
same
moving.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always pick him up and say, okay, come on, wash your face. Let's go. Let's keep on going. We got to find other ways to do things.
Yeah.
And this time, it broke me. I didn't, because he was crying in a way that I never seen him cry before. And now I'm crying. And I had to encourage him to go with his brother to the fulfillment lab. And then that night I had to encourage him to go to his men's meeting. Yep. And it's like, where do we go from here? Because now he's crying too deep where I don't know how to stop crying.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, you know, you always got that stash of money somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when the t-shirt business failed, we still had like $500 over here.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as we had something,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, it's scary to be an entrepreneur and know that you cut your check. Nobody else does.
Absolutely,
If
yeah.
you don't bring in the chicken, you don't eat, literally. So I'm like, oh man, we're broke. After I talked to my pastor, he said, yo, you have the knowledge. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
Do it over again. Make it happen. You know, no need to cry, son. God got you.
And I said that same thing to him too.
Yeah.
Before he went there. So when his pastor said, well, our pastor said it, he was like, my wife said the same thing. Like, I'm like, yeah, because throughout the whole process, I kept telling him, yo, you're selling for these companies. We want to start our own business one day. Take it as a learning lesson. Every time you fall down, take it as a learning lesson. And it's like school. I kept saying, it's like school. You need to learn everything. When he tried on his suits, when he felt uncomfortable, I'm like, you have to do this. It's like school. It's the next level. You have to do everything you need to do. Just do it.
So you were like Keenan's mentor in a certain sense, right?
In a sense,
Like,
man.
Yeah.
like his motivation.
Yeah.
That voice on
That
the side
voice,
of his head
man.
that pokes him forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me what he wanted, and I can't necessarily say I was his mentor, but if you tell me what you want, I'm going to help you get to it.
Yeah.
So if you fall down, I'm like, okay, you want this. You have to get up, keep going.
Yeah.
And that's how it was.
It's cheerleader. I love it.
Yeah, man. It was beautiful, brother.
And KO Elixir, Keenan and Olivia Elixir, once you guys launched it, what were sales like initially, and how did you, like, what was the momentum where you noticed the numbers getting up and up revenue-wise?
Got you. So once we made 500 and I blew the money back in affiliates, I said I would never do that again. So I said I just need to do one good run with a company I trust in affiliate marketing. Mm-hmm. So I did that one good run, you know, was able to make $1,000 just pure profit, you know, because I didn't do no marketing on other people's pages. I use it on mine. I normally don't use my platform for that because I wanted to save it because I knew one day I wanted to do what we do now, as far as the course when we'll talk about later and everything, and inspiring millions. So I did that, made $1,000, you know, and with that 1,000, I put it back into marketing, you know, for KO. Everything we did from that point was for KO. I'm talking about pawning TVs, printers. It was for KO. You know, we pawned the TV for a printer. so we can start printing out the labels. I'm talking about we're cutting it out on the paper. We're putting glue on the label.
Yeah,
it was very homemade, brother.
We had to come to Jesus moment. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off. When it was like, this is the reason why we said we were going to start our own business, because this stuff keeps happening to us.
So no company right there could. I tuned them out. I'm like, nah, from now on, I'm the big dog, you know, because I let y'all control every part of me. Because, you know, it's like that false sense of being a real entrepreneur, which is why I tell my students, anything that if you're not cutting your own check, you're a false entrepreneur. They try to give you that rules like, yo, you're your own boss. How if you guys can run off with my money?
All right.
How if it's not going directly in my bank account? It's going to y'all first and then you giving it to me, you know? No. So I said, nah, we're going to put everything towards it, and everything was on the up and up.
Thank you so much for enjoying this video. And if you found this content valuable, uplifting, and inspiring to take your life and your business to the next level, then I have some exciting news for you. Because the Passionate Few Academy officially launched our brand new on-demand training that you can access absolutely free at www.tpfacademy.com. Right there, you'll learn the #1 way to grow your personal brand or business brand online fast. The same way I've learned from interviewing some of the most successful people on the planet right here on the show who've done exactly that. So again, don't forget to check it out, www.tpfacademy.com. I promise you'll be blown away. And also, don't forget, there's 3 ways you can connect with me further. #1, you can text me absolutely free at the number on the screen right now and send me your most pressing life, business, or branding question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. #2, if you'd like to be interviewed on the show, you can actually apply right now in the description below and apply to share your incredible story, brand, or business right here with an audience of potentially millions of people, the same way we've helped experts, entrepreneurs, and authors just like you. And don't forget, that opportunity comes with the ability to partner with us and help feed 1 million people through our partnership with Feeding America. Again, you can click the link in the description below titled Interview Application to find out more. And last but not least, #3, if you'd like to get consulting from our team and work with you to help you grow your personal brand or business brand, no matter what industry you're in, we can do that by simply filling out the questionnaire in the description below titled Consulting Application. And if our team thinks that you'd be a great fit, who knows, you may just be invited to work with us to help you take your business to the next level. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for enjoying this video. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you never miss an episode. And until next time, live strong, live with passion, and I'll see you in the next inspiring video.